What's up everyone, this is Wasim from the Tech Boys, and I have a battle between the HTC One X and the Samsung Galaxy Nexus. So we have two high-end Android devices. Obviously on the left is the HTC One X and on the right is the Google and Samsung built Galaxy Nexus. So first, let's take a look at the hardware and design of these devices. First, on the left we have the One X. So the One X features a 4.7-inch Super LCD2 720p high definition display. It features a 1.5 GHz dual-core Snapdragon S4 CPU. And on the back it has an 8 megapixel camera. It has 1 GB of RAM and 16 gigs of storage. And it measures at 8.9 millimeters thin. So a very thin phone. It's made by a unibody polycarbonate material, so it feels really smooth and it's really a good looking phone. We have a micro USB charging and syncing port on the left, just our microphone at the bottom. And on the right we can see the volume up and down. And at the top there's our slot for a micro SIM as well as a headphone jack. There's no expandable storage on the One X. So you're only going to find 16 gigabytes on the AT&T model. Now the Samsung Galaxy Nexus has a 4.65-inch HD Super AMOLED display with the same 720p resolution. It has a 5 megapixel camera on the back. Inside is a 1.2 gigahertz TI OMAP processor with 16 gigs of storage, 1 gigabyte of RAM. Only 16 gigabytes of storage in this guy. No expandable memory, but you can swap out the battery because there is a removable back cover. And the phone is completely made out of plastic, nothing polycarbonate. It does look like a really good phone, but build wise it can use a little bit of work. On the right hand side there's a power button. On the left hand side is the volume up and down. We have our speaker on the back. And on the bottom are charging and syncing port and headphone jack. Now on the software front, the HTC One X is running Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich, while the Galaxy Nexus is running Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. So first let's start off with the One X. Let's move the Galaxy Nexus to the side. So first let's start off with the lock screen. So obviously turn on the power button. You can see the ring, swipe up to unlock, or you can get quick access to some of the applications like your phone, messages, browser, and camera. So if you want to quickly jump into camera, just drag that into the ring and you can open up the camera. And then we can see we have our back, home, and multitasking button. We have 7 customizable home screens. Obviously we can pinch out to view them all, and we can add more pages if we like. So pinch out, you can see the add panel, and that way we can add more home screens. If you want to get rid of it, just take that page and drag it to the top to remove it. So really a very clean user interface. I honestly love HTC widgets, how Sense looks. It makes it extremely user friendly, and it gives you a lot of great widgets. Obviously the creative HTC clock and weather, really nice. And the screen is extremely sharp. The colors look great on the HTC One X. If we pull down the notification tray, there is no quick toggles for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or GPS like other devices have. We do have a clear button and quick access to the settings. And here it's really standard Android for all your settings. One thing you will find is called personalize. So with personalize you can actually customize how your HTC looks by your scene. So if we jump into scene, there's a ton of options. You can choose the current, work scenes, play. So you can really customize each day or how your HTC looks based on your weekend or whatever you want. So if I wanted work, I can hit apply. And you can see it's a completely new user interface, so you can change this however you like. So go back to settings, to personalize, change the scene back to my old one, and I can apply. So very easy and quick to customize your HTC One X, and this is usually featured on every HTC device like the One S and the One V. So settings, then we go back to personalize. We can change the skin. So the scene is only part of it, but with the skin you can change the actual colors of like the status bar in your dock. So this is a really cool feature as well. So go to back. And again, very easy to add widgets. If I want to add a widget just like the standard Android, press and hold, and then you get your grid of all your widgets. And if you wanted it, just tap on it. So if I wanted the calendar, just tap on it right there. Click on what calendar I would like, hit OK. And now when I go back to my home screen, the calendar is right there. So very easy to add widgets to customize your HTC. Overall, a great product. And in the app drawer, you can see all your applications, your most frequently used apps, and apps you have downloaded from the Google Play Store. Now let's take a look at the Galaxy Nexus. First, unlocking the phone. So we see our lock screen. Drag it to the right to unlock, to the left for your camera, and to the top for Google Now. So Google Now is a new feature in Jelly Bean. So Google Now can basically interpret what you want to look for. So here I've recently searched for sports games for the Giants, and here it's pulled up some games, or my current location for weather. It also does things like traffic. So once you start using the phone more often, it's gonna know what specific time you go to work, you go home. So it will give you a approximate time for traffic to get to that certain location. So it has happened to me. It's really cool. So if I'm at work and I usually leave work at 7 or 8, it's gonna set the time it takes to travel to a certain location. So that's a really cool feature, as well as the new Google search. So if I say, Google, when do the Giants play?
The Giants are playing the Rockies today at 5:40 p.m.
So it can do that. That's really cool. It's very Siri-like, and it's extremely fast. What is the population of San Francisco? So again, I pulled up the information. Really easy, just use your voice and it will find everything for you. So that is Google Now on the Galaxy Nexus. Again, you get 5 home screens to customize. You can't remove pages, which is something I don't like on the Galaxy Nexus, but if you like having 5 pages, it works fine. You get 4 customizable icons, as well as all your widgets and your folders. And just like stock Jelly Bean, hit on your app drawer. You can see all your applications as well as your widgets. So very easy to add widgets. If you wanted to add the Google Books, just go ahead and drag that and find an open home screen. So I have one empty one, put it right there. And very cool way to add some widgets on your Galaxy Nexus. And then if we pull down the notification tray, one new feature in Jelly Bean is to be actionable notifications. So what that means is, let's say someone has a missed call. All I have to do is, if it's not showing up, take 2 fingers and drag it from that notification, and it's going to give me an action like to call them back or send them a message. So you'll be able to perform actions in your notification tray, which is a very cool feature. And at the bottom we have on-screen home, back, and our most recent apps. So as for recent applications, both the devices do it pretty differently. This is the stock Jelly Bean way of doing it. If you want to get rid of an app, just swipe it off the screen. So very easy. But if I bring up the HTC One X and do the same thing, it is kind of does it like this. horizontally so you can see all the apps. Honestly, it looks cool, but I really prefer it on the Galaxy Nexus. If I want to get rid of it, swipe it up. So both work fine, but I do prefer it more on the Galaxy Nexus as for multitasking. And now let's pull up the browser on both phones. They're both compatible with Chrome, but I'll go ahead and compare the stock browser that comes on both devices. So I'll look for the browser on the Galaxy Nexus, and I will pull up the browser for the One X. So they're both on the same Wi-Fi network, so it should be a pretty even comparison. So first we're going to go to CNN.com. So we're going to go ahead and hit go at the same time. So the Galaxy Nexus has it loaded up, and the HTC right after that. Now we're going to go to the desktop site, so we're going to hit on full site. So we both have them queued up, and all I'm going to do is just refresh the page since I didn't do it at the same time. So now they're refreshing. So pretty even comparison. They loaded up the information about the same time. So pinch to zoom, very fast on the Galaxy Nexus. Since the Jelly Bean update, it's been very fast thanks to something Google calls Project Butter. So everything is just extremely smooth. Frame rate, pinch to zoom, opening apps and switching apps is very fast. And if we do on the One X, very smooth. So you're going to expect very similar performance. Again, the One X does not have Jelly Bean, so the One X could be a lot smoother with the future update. And if I want to do tabs, I can just go ahead and hit the tabs, scroll between them. It's really easy to do it. If I don't want it, just swipe it. Which with the One X, I can just tap the screen, hit on the tabs, and then you're going to get a very similar. You can see all your tabs. If I don't want it, just go ahead and hit the X. So closing out apps, closing out your pages is very simple. I do prefer it more on the Galaxy Nexus. Just seems a lot quicker to just swipe it off. So now let's talk about the cameras. So the One X has the 8 megapixel camera, while the Galaxy Nexus only has a 5. So let's pull up the camera on both phones. So I'm just going to take a picture of the Galaxy Nexus. So really easy to use on the One X. It has a great camera. The aperture, I believe, is 2.0 on the One X. So it has instant focus. At the bottom you can see your preview as well as quick access to your video recorder and camera shutter key. At the top is if you want it in auto, HDR, panorama, portrait, so you can change your scene modes pretty easily. The middle is your camera settings. You can change your image resolution, the ISO effect, white balance, continuous shooting, so just a ton of things. And of course the flash, auto, on or off. And on the bottom right is all your features. So you have some built-in things like dots, mono, country. So very cool. Some built-in effects. Then when you want to take the picture, very easy. And there's something called burst shot. So press and hold, and you can take rapid pictures, as well as something called best shot. So once you hit best shot, it's going to choose the best image. And now the Galaxy Nexus. Let's pull up the camera. So overall the camera is decent. It's really nothing compared to like the iPhone or even the One X. So if I want to take a picture, takes a picture like that. It's a nice interface. I think Google has done a really good job. You have your zoom bar right here, all your settings, so all your effects for flash or distortion, your scenes, all right here, and it's pretty easy to use, as well as using your front-facing camera. Of course, you can use it in portrait or landscape on both phones. And taking pictures is pretty fast, and I really like HTC's or Google's effect to just swipe your finger to check out the last recent picture. So the camera definitely goes to the HTC One X. Overall, just a much better camera. Gives you better results. I'll go ahead and insert some samples. Now I want to talk about battery life. So battery life is pretty good on both phones. They're definitely going to give you a good day of usage on moderate use. One thing the HTC One X does feature is LTE on AT&T's network. You can purchase the Galaxy Nexus for $350 unlocked, and that will work on T-Mobile and AT&T. But speeds are definitely nothing compared to LTE. Just streaming video or loading web pages is very fast over LTE compared to just 3G or HSPA Plus on the Galaxy Nexus. Performance is a slight edge to the Galaxy Nexus. I think you can thank the Jelly Bean update for that. Project Butter is a very great success, and really Google Now is a nice update. Again, that may come to the One X once it gets this Jelly Bean update. Camera goes to the One X. So that's basically been my comparison of the HTC One X and the Galaxy Nexus. Again, the phone I think to get is the HTC One X. Really a awesome screen. The camera is amazing. Battery life is very good, and you're gonna get LTE. It's a future-proof phone compared to the Galaxy Nexus, where it's only 3G or HSPA Plus. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know what phone you prefer in the comments below, and check out our Facebook, Twitter, and our website. Thank you.